When Queensrÿche burst onto the metal scene in the early 1980s, their music, an intricate blend of progressive rock, traditional heavy metal, and theatrical flair, stood out immediately. But so did their name. It wasn't just Queensreich or Queensreach. It was Queensrÿche, complete with an umlaut over the Y. The band's moniker sounded mysterious, epic, and a little dangerous. Exactly the aura they were going for. But the story behind it is surprisingly practical and rooted in a bit of accidental brilliance. Before they were Queensrÿche, the group from Bellevue, Washington, originally performed under the name The Mob. That name, however, was already used by several other bands, and as they prepared to release their debut EP in 1983, they needed something more distinctive. Guitarist Chris DeGarmo had written a song titled Queen of the Reich, which had a fantasy metal flair and quickly became a fan favorite. The band decided to name themselves after the song, modifying Reich to Reach to avoid associations with Nazi imagery. The stylistic choice of adding the umlaut came next. Heavy metal bands at the time were known for playing with language to create exotic, edgy names. Think Mötley Crüe and Motorhead. Adding the diaeresis, often referred to as the metal umlaut, wasn't about pronunciation. It was about aesthetics. Queensrÿche looked bold, different, and memorable, making it the perfect banner for a band that was redefining what metal could sound like. The new name, combined with their ambitious songwriting, helped set Queensrÿche apart from their peers. Their music was more cerebral, often touching on political themes, psychological concepts, and futuristic dystopias, far beyond the usual rock cliches of the time. Albums like The Warning, Rage for Order, and especially their 1988 magnum opus, Operation Mindcrime, helped cement their legacy in the progressive metal pantheon. Over time, the name Queensrÿche became synonymous with precision musicianship, theatrical storytelling, and fearless artistic evolution. The umlaut, the odd spelling, and the fantasy origins all played into the band's mystique. It was a name born from necessity, but sharpened into a symbol, one that would carry the band through decades of albums, tours, lineup changes, and reinventions. While some casual listeners still fumble over how to pronounce it, for the record, it's Queensreich, the name remains one of the most iconic and distinctive in metal history. It's a perfect example of how a well-crafted name can transcend its origins and become part of rock folklore, just like the band it represents.